Simply put, if you want to see a boost in your traffic, and not only just a boost in your traffic, but a steady boost in your traffic numbers, one of the top ways that I would recommend doing this is by contributing content to someone else's website. You see, someone else out there, they've already done all the hard work that you're now just starting to do. They've already built up their audience across social media platforms. They already have a huge email list. They already have thousands or tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of visitors coming to their site every single month. So if you are able to create content and put it in front of their existing audience, you are going to get a good number of traffic back to your website. That's it. All you need to do is you need to find these niche websites, because you want the traffic to be targeted, of course, and then you want to ask them if you can contribute. You want to show how you can provide value to their audience, and in return, they're going to post your article with a link to your site, with a link back to your site, so you can get traffic from their site. Now, I love this method, and I love it because you're getting targeted traffic. It doesn't really take a tremendous amount of effort to do. Yes, you do have to reach out to people. Yes, you have to write content. But overall, these efforts are going to continue to pay off, because what will happen is you're going to see an initial boost in your traffic numbers. And then the numbers will start to come down as your article no longer be the number one featured article on their website. But you will still see an increase in your traffic from where your site was. So that's why it's very important to consider this option, especially if you have information to give. And really, there's not a lot of sites that this can't work for. So for instance, if I'm looking at the women's gaining weight site, I can go to Google and I can type in a number of searches to have at my fingertips a whole number of sites that I could write for. So for instance, I could put in gain weight for women, or women gain weight, skinny women gaining weight, whatever I want to put, some keywords. And then in parentheses, I could put guest post, I could put write for us, contribute. There's a whole host of different keywords that then you can put in that people call guest posting, basically. And that is going to pull up people's sites that match your keyword, that also accept guest posts or allow outside writers. And you'll find a whole list of those here in the course as well. But to give you an example, I put in women's health, okay? We're obviously focusing on women. A lot of health sites are about men, so I want to make sure that we're getting in front of women. So I put women's health and guest posts. Now, I have different sites here that come up. Here's one that says we can talk about women's health post. This brings up a list of health blogs that actually accept guest posts, so I can go through each one of those. Looks like it shows all the metrics here. The guest post on this website, womenlikethat.co.uk. We have a global health council. And so as I continue to scroll down, and I also put in some of these other words such as contribute, write for us, etc., this is going to give me more and more options. So basically, I'm just going to be able to, I'll open this here in a new tab. I'm just going to be able to go to the site here, and now I can look around the site and I can take a look at if I feel that this is going to be a good site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through their requirements here. It says I have the basic requirements here. There has to be the brief biography with the name included, a picture. The article has to be at least 500 words, and which is going to be beneficial for SEO purposes anyway. And a lot of people forget that when you are guest posting, you are not only driving traffic, but you can get SEO benefit from this as well, because you are getting a backlink to your website, one, but also these websites already rank in search engines. So your article that you post on their site can also get ranked, which is going to continue to drive traffic. So there's really just so many benefits here. So what else here? It says that we have to make sure the article is unique, of course. So there's nothing Nothing out of the ordinary here, but I can go through and look here and see what else is going on. But I want to go to some of their posts here so I can take a look at what else it is that they write about. But I also want to see if I can find out how many subscribers they have or if they're active on Facebook. And I want to make sure that they are actively writing. So here when I go down, I see it's looks like a pretty thin article here. It was back in February, so it doesn't look like they have updated anything since February, but I can go back to the main site here. But that looks like a pretty small article. And that is the most recent one. So I would look through some of these, and if I don't see any comments, I don't see anybody on Facebook or any other social media sites, I don't see much about their email subscribers. Like, you could go to their advertising page, and a lot of times they'll list stats there about their page. That's a good place to get an idea, but really even just looking at their website will tell you a lot. So this may not be the best one to start with, but I pulled up this other one. This is talking about writing for Muscle and Strength website. So one way to gain weight is by strength training and using weights to build muscle, because of course muscle is weight. And so this is an opportunity to get published on this website as well. So they've been around, it says, since 2006. And now here is an example of the stats: 500,000 subscribers. And then they have a total of 1.6 million fans when you combine all of their social media channels. So this is a place that obviously is going to get you in front of a lot of different people. Some of these are going to be targeted, some are not, but they do target women on some of these as well. They have a section here specifically for women. So this is one that I would want to reach out to and see how I can contribute and absolutely get some traffic coming back. So this is something that really depends on your goals, how much traffic you're trying to get, how often you have time to write good quality articles. You really want to make sure that you do less guest posting, but make sure they're really good quality versus trying to get out 4 or 5, 6 a month, and you really can't produce good quality content in that time. So really think about that, because the better your post is, the more traffic you're going to get from it, and it's going to continue to drive that traffic long term. So for a lot of different types of sites, this is going to be an absolute wonderful strategy for a whole host of reasons for you to use.